This doesn't look really clean. Hang on. How much do you guys see? Well, you guys can't see my couch. Not on what do you call them? On YouTube. It's Thursday, which means it's time for me to do a live. Sorry about that. How is it looking over here? Okay. So I'm back on YouTube. For another live. And I don't want the logo in because they won't pay me. Okay. Instagram says they're telling my followers. And I promised I wouldn't do a clickbaity title. This music is a little too chill. Hang on. I typed in like chill, whatever. Give me a second on that. Like, I'm not trying to like make you guys, die. I'm listening to like music that I would smoke to. Which, speaking of which, can you do that on camera? Hang on. Royalty free. Let me see. Finding the right music is like essential to the damn thing. I'll just play my own songs. We'll do that a little later. I'm typing in the wrong thing. I'm typing in lo-fi chill, and I think I need to type in lo-fi hip-hop. Beats to relax / study to. There's like no rhythm in that. It was like do 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 do. I said I wasn't going to drink on the live this week, and I was going to save all of my, and I wasn't going to drink until brunch on Saturday afternoon, which I'm finally doing. It's the first Saturday where I don't have to work in like the entire summer. I said I wouldn't drink until then. The beer in my fridge determined that was a lie. This is sad too. So sad it made me drop my phone. I also said I wouldn't have like clickbaity titles, but this just kept like I didn't know what I was going to call this. I have like things to talk about tonight. I usually have some things to talk about, like real life things. Like I have to update you guys on some stuff that I couldn't talk about on the podcast and all that. The Thotlight Podcast, you guys know I'm on. Also a no. That's 2 for 2. Good vibes only hip hop. Don't let me down. Let's see. Okay. All right. What was I talking about? Sorry I was late tonight, by the way. But I'm back. Oh, I thought we were going to start singing. I was like, stop singing my part now, baby. All right, this I think I can deal with till it changes again. Just play some more mouth stuff. Of course, I'm going to play a new song later in a little bit. But I want to tell you guys what I had going on. What you missed, talk about the podcast. You guys know we just had the 1-year anniversary episode, which I'm super excited about. Before I get into all of that, I just want to say a quick goodbye to the summer. I was not as tapped in as I would have liked to be this summer. But with the rollout, as you can see, of all the music and the Pop Odyssey parties, podcasts, all of my DJ gigs, it was enough to be out, quote unquote, on the clock, So I didn't do as much. I still did a bunch of cool things, though. Talk about them every week or every other week when I get a chance. Anyway, so that was that. I had some good times with friends. I hung out in Central Park a few times. Obviously, I went to see Barbie. Had some great alone time, but I didn't make it to the beach at all, which is annoying. Like, really annoying. But I think my winter is going to be really, really interesting as well. And, you know, maybe some beach time in the winter. I forgot about Atlantic City. Like, it's right there. It's a quick trip. It's really easy. But I think I didn't even think about that because there was no one performing out there that I really, really wanted to see when I was looking at what I was going to do this summer. Plus, I did buy furniture, which you guys know I've been talking about. But that's the summer. What are you going to do? Bye-bye, summer. May you rest in peace. It's still going to be nice through like October, of course. Look around, everybody on strike. Like I said, I wasn't going to do any like more clickbaity, whatever. But I couldn't think of a title. And I was thinking about, obviously, you guys know that's from it's probably going to be one of the most successful tours of all time. That's where that joke comes from. Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour. And it's been a thing on Twitter, obviously, if you've been following social media, where she says, look around, everybody on mute, and everybody in the audience is supposed to play along. Some cities did a really good job. Some of you guys sucked. You need to go back to rehearsal. I don't know why you thought you were show ready. You were not. But the joke comes from that. And then, as we know, Mitch McConnell, that's what I like to call him, Glitch McConnell, has had a glitch in his personal matrix a couple of times now, very publicly, which makes you wonder like what he's doing what's happening privately, right? I know I'm probably going to talk about this in the podcast next week, so whatever, I won't go too much into it. But that's where that title comes from, look around, everybody on strike. And a lot of people are on strike. Like, the writer's strike is still going on. I think it's past like 100 days now of the writer's strike. And it's still all this craziness. And there's just been so much going on that it's crazy that we forget, like, you know, we forget like how fast things go in a 24-hour news cycle. So anyway, that's where today's title came from. So it actually comes from somewhere. Oh, I guess I was just thinking about both of those things, and then I had to get on to do live. I had a wild-ass weekend, though. This past weekend. Friday night at the Frankie's Pub. I thought I was the opening set. I was not. Okay? I was closing set. So I went up from like 12 to 4. It's always a good time. There were some birthdays in the house. I believe Zachy was celebrating a birthday. Go boys. It's great energy, whatever. But your boy had a bit too much tequila. And I wish I could say I learned my lesson after that night and did better the rest of the weekend. I did not. Okay? Saturday night, I had a private event in New Rock City, New Rochelle, but it ended at 10:30, so that was enough time for me to like come back home, change, shower, eat, get downtown to hang out with more friends who are visiting from out of town, right? So we went to this was what I was going to tell you guys, and I didn't have the information because I was like, oh, what did I do? Right? Because I'm always doing shit, right? I'm in these streets, you know? So that's the joint. That's the jam. Turn it up. Play it again. That's the joint. That's the jam. You guys remember that song? That's what that sounds like. Hey, this got a fire. Hold on. Got the music taking over the live, and I'm supposed to be talking. Hold on now. Hold on. I gotta let this, you know. This is only my first beer, by the way, too. So, you know. It is 9 o'clock. You guys see the YouTube you can like see in my house. I am not a fan of that. But I'm also not getting a backdrop. No, I am not. This is the life I chose. Ignore that pile of stuff over the edge. You guys can't see it. Ignore the pile of stuff. That's I gotta take that stuff to storage, and I was supposed to do it earlier today, but I took a nap instead. Turn it up, play it again. That's the joint. That's the jam. Turn it up, play it again. Yo, that was my song, like when I was like 4 years old or whatever. I don't remember how old it was. That's a mad old song, but still. I was like 4 years old or something. Isn't that funny how you can like know a song? Like, okay, I was DJing at Verse, and I'm gonna protect the names of the, all parties to keep them from shame. But this really young person, like 22 years old, I asked because I asked like, how old are you to know this song? Requested a song, and I know a lot of this is like the TikTok stuff. Like I'm talking about this all the time, but maybe this is a big TikTok, whatever, or not. I don't know. But this 22-year-old girl and her friends, it wasn't like a one person thing. It was a caper. Was like, hey, do you take requests? I said, all right, well, what is it? And she was like, do you know Club Can't Handle Me by Flo Rida? And I was like, that came out when I was in like 7th grade or something. Like, what are you doing? Maybe not 7th grade, but I remember I was mad young. I was a teenager when it came out. I remember that. Was it high school? No, it was college for me. Yeah, I guess I'm not that young. Was it college? When did Flo Rida come out? Anyway, this person was about 15 years younger than me. And I was like, how the hell do you know this song? And she was like, this is like when I was a kid. I was like 7. And I was like, girl. But I guess like, when you were real young, like those songs do stick with you, right? So Saturday night, I went to K-Town with some friends. And I wish I could tell you the name of this bar. We ended up in Koreatown. We went to like kind of bar hop or whatever. Friends from out of town, birthdays, that whole thing. Great. A lot of my friends have summer birthdays, which kind of makes it banging, right? So we kind of ended up in this like real cool, like it was, I want to say it was a hole in the wall in a Koreatown, but it was like the most colorful hole in the wall that I've ever experienced. And I did not do the research and was also drunk that night too, to tell y'all what the name of this place is, because I love telling y'all like about places, but I promise you, so help me God. Oh wait, hang on, let me zoom in Google Maps. If that might not even fucking help me. I don't know what I'm doing here. City Smiles Dental. Okay, that sounds familiar. Vicky, was it called Vicky C5? No. I want to say it was above karaoke, but every place is above karaoke in Koreatown. That's not like a thing. Obviously, it's like there's karaoke everywhere. Nail Bar, K-Town Studio? No. That's the photography studio. Okay, I'm never gonna find this place before I have to end this live. But anyway, it was dope. It was dope. So we went there, pretty much closed that place down. And they were from out of town, so their hotels were in Midtown. So we did a little hotel partying afterwards. That was fun. This is still only Saturday though, folks. And so on Sunday, I had to do Dancing Queen with Fifi at Monster. You guys know I do that usually every other Sunday, and this summer it's been a little bit more frequent. And we were hamming it up, which was fun. Because Brenda Darling, who also is at summer camp, aka Fire Island, I call it summer camp because that's what we do in the summer. I didn't go to summer camp this year. I don't care, whatever, it's fine. This song is not as fire as the last song. It's good, but that last song was like, I wish I could rewind that. This is not it's a live video. Anyway, what happened? So yeah, I'll be back at Monster though this Sunday night for Labor Day weekend. So make sure you come by. My set starts at 10, shows at 11, 12, and 1, pop-ups from Fifi Dubois. And we have a little bit of a summer report, and I think this might be our last one together, just the two of us. So yeah, stop by. And shout outs to my new, I won't say who you are, but new follower who also messaged me earlier and was like, hey, I was at the Monster on Sunday night. Were you the DJ? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I was like, he was like, the music was really good. And I was like, oh, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. It's that shit goes a long way. Makes me feel gratitude. And gratitude is the attitude, people. Ignore the thing. I'm not going to edit this. Hang on. Should I scoot over? Okay. Yeah. And my place is gonna look weird. I don't have any paint or anything because you guys know I just have furniture. So like you guys saw, there's boxes. That's like stuff, right? So don't look at my house. Don't look at my house. That's why it's this angle. So you have to like look up at me. I don't want y'all in my damn house. But where else am I gonna live? Not in the street. I still got a lot of music that I'm working on. That's mad cool. So you're gonna see a big rollout over the next couple of months for sure. And some shows coming up. This Sunday, before I have to DJ at the Monster, I'm actually gonna perform at House Party over at Rebar, which is Jace Vegas's bi-monthly. That starts at 8 o'clock. I'll probably be going on pretty early. We're gonna play some of the songs that I'm gonna be doing for sure, and some new stuff. Actually, right now we're gonna get started with that. So I don't know if it's live like for long. I forget that when you don't drink for a while and then you start, it makes your mouth real. At least my mouth real relaxed. Oh. Woo. Smoking here. This song is kind of dope. This one I like. I don't have words for it. Like, it don't go to nothing, but it's dope. What? Who does that? That's wild, right? Listen a little bit more, then I'll play some music. Oh, hell yeah. Piano. Speaking of the podcast, right? We just had the 50th 1 year anniversary, not 50th. That was with Ada Vox. I guess that Ada Vox was already on Fire Island or somewhere. Anyway, she was not in studio. So the video, as you guys could hear, if you heard the last episode, was just Jim. He did the interview. We knew we were gonna have really big guests. I didn't really know who went to. A lot of names were like thrown around from New York, like the bigger, famous people, like the legacy people and stuff. But I don't know what happened. I'm not in charge of that, right? Like, you guys know, I just come on and I co-host the show. So, yeah, check that episode out. It was pretty good. Ada had really well-informed answers, I thought. Was really jovial. Sounded like a really just a joy of an individual to talk to. And then we talked a little bit about the news as well after that. I won't be back this week or this coming week. So this Monday, you won't be hearing my voice on that episode. There is a guest co-host and, as usual, a special guest. I don't know who any of those people are because I haven't heard the episode yet, but I know, okay. And also, I forgot, Daniel Nardicho comes by. But when I do hear the episode, because I hear it before it obviously gets posted, then I'll have thoughts for that later, of course, for sure. But yeah, check it out next week. I don't know what you're checking out, but I recommend it on good faith. So also, Daniel Nardicho had a conversation. I saw this on the script because they sent me the liners, whatever. But yeah, I guess he stopped by for a conversation as well. And I imagine he talked about Fire Island. Yeah. I'm sure, because it was such a huge past few weekends. This weekend is Miss Fire Island, of course. I hear it's going to be a lot going on. I know it's going to be a lot going on. And then this past weekend, Patti Lupone did a show at Ice Palace, which is pretty huge in New York, in New York talk. And so I imagined he talked about that and probably some about Cheetah. I did see a lot of press about it. So yeah, definitely check out the episode when it comes out on Monday for sure. I'm actually interested to hear it myself. I don't know what the hell happened. I wasn't there. So we will see. Yeah. Before we get into the new stuff, this song I'll definitely be doing again. You guys have seen me and Jay Namalie's videos by now, I'm sure. But I'm just going to play it in the background for a little bit while I'm talking. Give you guys a refresher course. Let's see. Oh, so then I also started watching American Horror Story at the same time, which is random. Because Patti Lupone is like in American Horror Story New York City, right? So that one. I don't know what this new one is, Kim Kardashian shit. I don't know about that. As my friend Joyce was just talking about this with. So it is so gay and it is so sexy. I think I watched like 4 episodes like back to back. Like I could not stand what was whatever the last one was with the aliens and stuff. I know you've already heard this, but I couldn't stand that. It was so dumb. It got so dumb. So especially spoiler alert, but it's a dumb. I don't even feel bad about spoiling because it's so stupid. Like it was like the 2 gay dudes, and they got pregnant by the aliens. I don't know. It just didn't go. Like nothing went. It didn't go. It was making me mad. But then something was like, you should really check this out. And I didn't know it was like so New York. So all this to say, Patti Lupone is like a main character in it. Like she owns a bathhouse. And it's just interesting because she had just performed in Fire Island, of course. I think the intention was maybe for us to interview her, I think, on the podcast at some point, which that'll probably happen later. Because I think friends with the producer. So where are y'all? So Daniel also does this party called Bathhouse and Beyond, and I knew it was from a thing, but it's basically the real life party, and this happens at Red Eye. Like you can go to this party sometime in the fall whenever they have the next one, because it gets a once a month thing, and it's Amber Martin, and we talk about it on the podcast all the time too. And it was so the episodes of American Horror Story are legit just like these parties. And I was like, it was very New York. And I was like, and then we go to places, I'd be like, even though it was 1981, gay shit don't change. It don't change. It'd be the same shit. So I was like, oh, they're going to this part of town. Like, oh, they're hooking up. Oh, I know what part of town that is. Like, maybe I'm just nasty. As the song plays. Yeah. So that's part of it. What was the other song I want to go for you guys? So anyway, it's just mad random that I started watching American Horror Story as that happened. Like all at the same time. It's like, oh. Wild. I am kind of feeling it off of one beer, y'all. Okay. Kind of feeling it. It could be because I smoked too before this live started. This is Black Hole. So you probably get to see me perform this one live on Sunday night as well. That lo-fi was kind of fire though, right? Like, I might have to listen to that just in my free time. Anyway, this is Black Hole. So this was last week's single, and I'll play this week's new track in a minute. Has a very different vibe. What else did I want to tell y'all? Oh, so one thing I wanted to do this summer that I didn't get to do for sure is go to a Deviant event. As we see, like they're having a lot of stuff all over really the country And so I just saw on Instagram right before I came on, they're doing another party in Atlanta. I think they recently did Meat Fest at Club Lambda here in New York and Brooklyn. And it's a lot for me to get down there because I'm kind of far away from that area. I'm actually really far away from that area. And I noticed that have you guys ever seen a TikToker who she's always sitting down, and if you go to my TikTok, I have stitched her before or duetted her before or something, right? She's one of the only people I've ever duetted on my TikTok, which is at Freddie Cosmo. And she always says, it's really very simple. Let's check the board. That lady, y'all know that lady. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She's mad hilarious. She's hilarious. Her TikTok name is shop_AIF. I'm sure she owns a business and does TikTok for like whatever. Come to find out, she is hosting, at least one of those. I'm sure there's many hosts. This Deviant event in Atlanta that's happening Labor Day weekend. And it got me to thinking about this sort of influencer to nightlifer pipeline that happens. And I know it's already been happening before that, even. It was happening with celebrities, right? Like movie stars. Like, remember in like the 2000s where like Lindsay Lohan did the club, right? Or Paris Hilton, all those people. I know it's been happening with influencers for a while, of course, and reality stars, as we see. I mean, if you've ever watched anything, Bad Girls Club, anything, Bad Boys, all they do with the club, like, that's a job for them. It's just hosting tables. I don't want to be on Bad Boys Club or anything, but I've definitely missed that window of like the trashy reality star. Anyway, I also noticed, though, this is why I brought up Meat Fest at Club Lambda, because they have, and this is no secret, like you can go to the their social media and see it, but they have a lot of content creators, adult content creators, doing live. I don't know how this exhibits. This has been going on for a while. We talked about another one before, months ago on the podcast. I think it was the other Meat Fest. All I'm going to say is when they said, everybody say breathe. If you know, you know. I was not there that night. My friend's there that night. But I think it's also blowing up OnlyFans boys, like, in a new way, because I can't think of a time really where it was cool, where, like, let's say the 90s, 2000s, even before OnlyFans just for fun, like before it was much more popular, before Beyonce said it was cool, where they were just like openly hosting parties and things like that, right? And I couldn't help but wonder, what if influencers, OnlyFans people, content creators, just for fans people, whatever you want to call them, are like the new top of the food chain for, to host nightlife events. Like, I could legit see that happening. Like I said, look around, everybody on strike. Okay, the writers are not writing, the actors are not acting. Okay, the reality stars don't want a reality anymore, right? We're seeing that with, I think I talked about that ex-housewife, Bethany Frankel, and all that stuff, right? It's getting wild in these streets. And I think maybe that might give influencers a lot more pull. Like I said, it's not like a new thing at all. And it's just so funny because she's such like, it's really very simple. Let's check the board. That's not who I think of when I think like somebody to host a deviant event. So it's kind of hilarious. Anyway, if you're in Atlanta, and I need to put this on my calendar for real, because I keep making plans. Y'all, it's gotten to the point where I've had tickets. Like, I've had the tickets in my persons and still haven't been able to go. I still have not. Something always happened. I just never am able to go to a deviant event. Like, I'm just never able to go. It's always something that happens. So, like, bought the tickets and everything, still couldn't go. Anyway, one of these days, Alice, one of these days, Yeah, I just really wonder if they'll surpass, you know, other public figures now, because things are so different. Wild. So that was kind of crazy. I thought it was a crazy story. Are y'all on Discord? I was thinking about making a Discord.
Ever since I got my newfound.
Now we got a whole bunch of new stuff.
I just drift and let my true sound soul play.
Are y'all on Threads?
And the facts will come. No text, no printers in my practicum.
I was on Threads for like 20 minutes and then I was like, let's go. It was not interesting.
Remix becomes a newness. Every moment for an everyday people. Right and wrong is just a measurement of ego.
So much for not drinking on a live. I was only lying to myself. So what else I got going on? Other than that, I'm just gonna enjoy the weekend. I think it's gonna heat back up again. The weather's gonna get really nice all weekend long. Kind of weird that I got a DJ like in the middle of the weekend, but I'm kind of used to that now at this point. This is Oneness, brand new. I'll post it on all the streamings tonight. I really want to do something like really different, really interesting. You guys know how my wine is always showing. We'll show a little bit of the.
I'm sun-kissed with the oneness.
Okay, maybe the beer is really getting me loose. I eating everything. Weird. Wait, y'all keep listening. I'm gonna see if I can find the name of this bar. It's driving me crazy.
Spirit always feeling free. You try to put your tracks on. Graduated from the agitated. That's a place to be imaginated. Blessed change and come pure. Your education so curated.
Machi, no. Driver. Spot. Oh no, this wasn't it. But I want to go here. Was it called The Spot? No, it was in karaoke. Told you, there's karaoke everywhere. Music goals, no. The Maze? 32 bar. I think this is it. What? Where's your Instagram? Oh, there's 612 photos. No, this is way more fancy than where I was. Oh no, absolutely not. Not as fancy. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna find it. I let you down this time. Blame my drunken woes. Anyway, that one is called Oneness. I actually really love that song. Listen to the lyrics if you get a chance. I'm going to post it on the socials in just a minute. I'll be back at Monster this Sunday night DJing at 10 p.m. for Dancing Queens. Really excited. And of course, check out the podcast. I'm going to make this really easy, really simple, because I have a bunch of stuff to do in just a little bit. And I'll just keep you guys up to date. SoundCloud.com/Freddie-Cosmo for all of my music that I've been posting over the past 5 weeks, 6 weeks. This is number 5, I think. Yeah. Ooh, okay. All right. Thank you guys.